Now for sports, and men's basketball is now looking ahead to the Big 12 tournament, while the tennis team is bringing an international flair. AJ Shaw has more.
Thanks, Brianna. Men's basketball took down the Sooners of Oklahoma on Wednesday, 85-69 to wrap up the home schedule. The Wildcats honored 6 seniors prior to the game, including stars Keontae Johnson and Marquise Noel. Now on to the game. The Cats were able to shake off a 1-for-10 start from the field by taking a 9-point lead into the locker room. David Gasson threw down this nasty dunk on the fast break to cap off a 9-0 run at the end of the first half. In the second half, the Wildcats exploded offensively, shooting over 50% from the field. Junior Naquan Tomlin stole the Thunder offensively, scoring a game-high 19 points on 88% shooting from the field.
Right, and when he plays more, we are better. And then when he runs the floor, it opens everything up because usually the guy who's guarding him is a big fella who has to worry about chasing him down the court, and then he gets these open looks, right? And when he gets open looks, I think he's going to make it.
Now let's take a look at the Big 12 standings for men's basketball. And as you can see, Kansas currently holds the top spot and has won at least a share of the conference title. Then we have a 3-way tie for second with Kansas State currently holding that second spot. A win for K-State on Saturday in Morgantown against West Virginia, and they will take control of second place in the conference for this season. TCU currently sits in 5th at 9-8 in the conference. It's a new season for the K-State tennis team as they return home from a lengthy 10-game road trip. For fifth-year head coach Jordan Smith, he has a very young roster this season that includes many diverse nationalities. Two returning players are sophomore Florentine Dekkers, who is from the Netherlands, and sixth-year senior Rosanna Maffei, who is from Italy. Both talked about the differences between their countries and America.
One thing that I was pretty impressive for me is that sport is really big here. Like in Europe, yeah, okay, they like sport, but I feel like study is also really important. But here, sport is #1 priority, and that's really attractive to me.
Also, like, I feel like here there is more of work mentality. So Bali is kind of different, the life.
Returning from a 10-game road trip in which they faced many tough opponents, the team has a very young roster this season with 4 new freshman players. However, Dekkers says that this is a positive, as she believes having a younger roster is actually quite beneficial.
We have a whole different team, a new team with young girls. So I think it's actually nice to have like a kind of new fresh start. I think that's the biggest difference. But at the end, we're all girls from a good level. That's the same. We all work hard, and we have good energy. So yeah, I'm really happy with this year.
That's a great thing about, being on the road is that you get to spend a lot more time together. That, sometimes when you're at home, it's easy to kind of go to your own apartments or go do whatever you normally do. And so with the road, you know that, hey, I'm going to be around, what we say, your sisters. And so you can really get to learn a lot about, your teammates, their likes, their dislikes, and, what kind of motivates them and how they can help motivate you. So, we can say, hey, it sucked to be traveling for 6 weeks, or we can say, hey, I created the best atmosphere and experience getting to know my teammates better than I could have before.
The women's tennis team won their first home match of the season over Kansas City yesterday. They're back home tomorrow against Wichita State starting at 2 o'clock at Mike Goss Stadium. That's all for sports. Back to you, Brianna.